Hi, I'm Heather and I have dyslexia, but what does it even mean? So you're illiterate? No. It only affects your reading and spelling? No. So you're only good at practical jobs like a builder or an artist? No. Dyslexia is classified as a learning difficulty. This means it has no effect on your intelligence. It is often associated with issues with writing, reading and spelling, but actually it affects your ability to process information. This means that dyslexic people often struggle to process the information that they've heard and seen. This also means that it affects their working memory and might mean that they might struggle to remember certain things. Dyslexia does not only affect the person's ability to read and spell. It can affect several parts of their lives, from following and understanding directions, to affecting their processing speed, and most commonly causing difficulty in phonological awareness. Dyslexia is quite common and is currently believed to affect 1 in 10 school-aged kids. People who are dyslexic are often not illiterate. Certain severe cases of dyslexia does lead to illiteracy, but in today's modern day and age there is enough support and help where that doesn't happen. Dyslexia often runs within families. My dad is dyslexic and both of my brothers are. So we have known I am dyslexic since I was very young. But I wasn't officially diagnosed until I went off to uni, as the NHS does not provide diagnostic assessments. Most people who are dyslexic are currently identified during their school years and are offered support with exams such as extra time or a reader and scribe. This is often done for a dyslexia screening assessment. Then if the person is thinking about going to uni, then they might seek out a diagnostic assessment for dyslexia, which is what happened in my case. But also some people need it to be able to access support at work. Dyslexia often co-occurs with other neurodivergencies such as ADHD, dyscalculia, or even autism. It used to be believed that people who are dyslexic were only good in practical-based jobs such as a carpenter or an artist. I personally am not very good at either of those. My dad is a carpenter and it has done well, and my brothers are going into the engineering and business fields, and it does help them with that. But for me, no. I'm actually going into the healthcare area. Having dyslexia does not mean that you will thrive in a practical-based job. Every person is individual, and how their dyslexia affects them could be completely different. The most common issue I face with my dyslexia is my memory. It's horrific. This often means that I have to have a set in stone routine, so I'm able to know what I'm supposed to do and where I'm supposed to be at a set time. You might have associated such things as coloured overlays like my glasses or coloured paper with dyslexic people. Coloured overlays and that kind of aids are often used if people experience visual stress while reading. This is where the common misunderstanding with dyslexic people that the words move around the page, that kind of thing. Whereas a lot of dyslexic people do experience this is a separate thing called visual stress, which is why the overlay helps. But it is not a diagnostic criteria for dyslexia. And you can be dyslexic and a coloured overlay not help you at all, which is like one of my brothers. I get quite a lot of support through the uni and through DSA for my dyslexia, and I thought I would run you through a few things I got as support. I got a lot of assistive technology, things like text-to-speech, speech-to-text, a software called, it used to be called Glean, I think it's changed its name, where you could record the lectures and make notes from that. Also software like Grammarly, because spelling is still a problem. Do not ask me how to spell oranges. I don't know. But also a study skills mentor who helps to proofread over my work to ensure that I've reached the goals. Also make sure I spell checked everything right, because unfortunately a lot of spell checking is to American English, so it will spell check it wrong, or my spelling is that bad, it's not getting the word. As I do have a physical disability alongside, my exam arrangement is a bit blurred what I get from my dyslexia and what I get from my GIA, just purely because I didn't have exam arrangement for my GCSEs apart from it being on orange paper, purely because the school at the time I was with had a lot of issues with people with dyslexia who were female. My sixth form experience was better during exams. I did have some exam adjustments. Were they all followed all the time? No. Did I have a lot of issues with them? Yes. For my exams, my paper is printed on orange in a specific shade of Fantail orange, in case anyone is wondering what the glamorous shade is. I also have a reader and a scribe. I also have 25% extra time. I thought I would run through a quick fire of some few misconceptions before we finish the video. Dyslexia is not contagious. You're not going to catch it by sitting next to someone with dyslexia. Just to let you know. Someone's genuinely didn't mark my work for a year because of that. Just because you see someone with dyslexia who doesn't need any support doesn't mean everyone with dyslexia is perfectly fine and don't need any arrangements made to help them. Dyslexia for some people does allow you to think outside the box and very creatively, which is why building and artist careers are very, very common for people who have dyslexia. It is not the only job profession that dyslexic people can go into and thrive at. My intelligence is not affected due to my dyslexia. My dyslexia is not a superpower. Just putting that out there. I'm not Superman because I've got dyslexia. Women can be dyslexic too. Stop thinking it's just a male condition. Thank you for watching this video talking about dyslexia. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave any comments or questions you have down below and I will answer them if I can. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.